Hi Scorpio, happy birthday. This is going to be a general reading for the week of October 24th to the 31st. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I've already cleared the energy of the cards. These are the cards that came out. 5 of Wands reversed, 10 of Pentacles reversed, Knight of Swords reversed, 5 of Pentacles, and the Magician reversed. And then the your animal spirit card is Shark. But I'll go over that at the end, okay? So Scorpio, let's start with the 5 of Wands. It came out reversed, so when a card comes out reversed, it just means you're getting extra protection from spirit. This card reversed generally represents the resolution or transformation of conflict, tension, or competition. Where the upright 5 of Wands often points to chaos, rivalry, miscommunication. When it comes out reversed, it suggests that the energy is shifting, it's calming down, or it's being suppressed in a way that changes the dynamic. So this card reverse could indicate a resolution of conflict. So arguments or disagreements are settling down, and that peace or cooperation is possible. It could indicate avoidance. Either you or someone else might be avoiding necessary confrontation or pretending that everything is fine. It could indicate internal conflict. The struggle has moved inward. So you may be experiencing confusion, self-doubt, or inner competition rather than external drama. And then it could indicate compromise, a willingness to find common ground or let go of pride. With regards to love, this card reversed is about healing after arguments. Communication improves. Tension in a relationship eases. There may be some avoidance of issues. So one or both partners might be sweeping problems under the rug instead of resolving them. And if you're single, you may be tired of the dating competition and you're ready to step back and focus on yourself. With regards to career or your finances, this card indicates teamwork emerging. So after disagreements or competition, it's saying collaboration is possible. But there's tension beneath the surface. Workplace rivalries may not be as visible, but they still influence dynamics. Or you may be releasing competition. You might decide not to fight for something that no longer feels worth it. And then spiritually or personally, this card represents inner peace. You have a feeling, you have a sense of calm after inner turmoil or comparison with others. You may be avoiding personal growth. If reversed energy is blocked, it can mean refusing to face what causes this internal tension. So the Five of Wands reversed, it usually signals the end of struggle or the avoidance of it. It's about finding peace, stepping out of drama, or learning that not every battle is worth fighting. And then the Ten of Pentacles reversed usually points to instability or disruption in areas that are meant to feel secure, like your family, your finances, your legacy, or long-term goals. When the Ten of Pentacles upright, like this, represents wealth, stability, and generational success. But when it comes out reversed, it shows cracks in that foundation. So you may be experiencing financial instability, money troubles, loss, or poor long-term planning. Resources may be mismanaged, or wealth might not bring the happiness you thought it would. You may be experiencing family tension. There may be conflicts over inheritance, traditions, or there may be differing values between generations. I'm a Scorpio, and that resonates for sure. There may be a lack of security. There may be a feeling that the long-term plan isn't as stable as it seemed. Maybe you're experiencing shaky job security, or you're changing family roles, or there's uncertainty about the future. Some of you are breaking from tradition. You're choosing a different path from your family's expectations or societal norms. Yep, which can cause both liberation and tension. With regards to love, there may be family or commitment issues. You may be experiencing disagreements about money or family approval or future goals. This card also represents relationship instability when it comes out reversed. A partnership might lack a strong foundation, especially concerning shared values, trust, or long-term visions. You may be rebelling against expectations. You may be redefining what stability or success in love looks like. You may be rejecting traditional models of family or marriage. With regards to your career or your finances, this card can indicate financial loss or bad investments. Money may not be flowing as expected. Something that once seen, something that once felt secure could prove to be risky. There may be instability in business, a company, a family business, or a long-term project may be struggling due to poor communication or outdated methods. You're redefining success. You might be realizing that financial wealth alone doesn't equal fulfillment. And then spiritually or personally, there may be detachment from materialism. You're letting go of the need for status or approval. You're focusing on inner values instead of external security. This card also represents generational healing. You're recognizing unhealthy family patterns and you're choosing to end them rather than carry them forward. Yep. Resonates. You're feeling disconnected. You may feel like you don't belong in your family or your community, which is leading you to seek your own version of home and legacy. Yep. So the Ten of Pentacles reversed speaks of instability, disconnection, or redefinition, especially around family, wealth, and long-term foundations. It can be a warning to realign your values with what truly matters, not just what looks stable on the surface. And then the Knight of Swords, reversed, is a powerful and sometimes chaotic card. It often symbolizes reckless action, impatience, or scattered energy, where passion and drive exist but are not being directed wisely. Upright, this card, this knight, you can see, charges forward with determination and mental clarity. But that same force can become impulsive, aggressive, or unfocused when it's reversed. So you may be acting before thinking. You may be rushing into situations without considering the consequences. Impulsiveness. Your energy may be spread too thin. You may have many ideas, but you're not following through. That your energy is scattered. Your focus is scattered. There may be conflict that's driven by ego or frustrations, arguments that escalate quickly. This card represents aggression or harsh words. A goal or plan may be stalled, often because of miscommunication or poor planning. You may be experiencing delays or blocks. In love, this card indicates rushed connections. You may be jumping into relationships too fast or saying things you regret later. This card can indicate harsh communication, sharp words, impatience, or a tendency to argue without listening. Someone may use intellect or detachment to avoid emotional depth. You may be avoiding vulnerability, being vulnerable. The advice from Spirit is to slow down, speak with care. Don't let passion override understanding. And with your career and your finances, you may be acting on impulse rather than strategy. You may be taking on too much at once, rushing decisions. There may be conflict at your work, disagreements, power struggles, or being overly defensive. You may feel driven but not sure where you're headed. There's a need to pause and realign your goals. You may be experiencing a lack of direction. Advice from Spirit is to channel your ambition, but plan before acting. Precision beats speed. Spiritually or personally, you may be overthinking, or you may be experiencing mental burnout. Your mind is racing faster than your heart can follow. You may be experiencing mental chaos. You're learning to pause. You're developing patience and mindfulness before charging ahead. This is a reminder to lead with clarity and humility, not pride or anger. Okay? This card could indicate ego battles with someone. So this card reversed, the Knight of Swords reversed, warns against being recklessness, being impatient, having scattered energy or scattered focus. This card is the energy of someone moving fast without direction. It's a call to slow down, think clearly, and act with purpose. And then the Five of Pentacles. This card is often associated with hardship, loss, feeling left out in the cold, both materially and emotionally. It can represent a period of struggle, but it also carries a subtle message about seeking support and finding resilience. Okay? So it talks about financial or material struggles, hardship, scarcity, or unexpected loss. You may be feeling excluded or unsupported. You may be feeling isolated, lonely. You may feel like you're being left out of a group or opportunity. Remember, man's rejection is God's protection. You may be experiencing health changes, physical illness or stress that drains your energy. The advice from Spirit is that hard times are temporary and that help is often closer than it appears, okay? Spirit wants me to give you a spiritual reminder that if you're experiencing these hard times, they are temporary, okay? Help is closer than it appears. And in love, you may be experiencing emotional hardship. You may be feeling neglected, unsupported, or disconnected in a relationship. This is a card of breakups or separation. Struggles may arise from physical distance or emotional distance. The advice from Spirit is to look for support, communication, or professional guidance rather than suffering in silence. And then with regards to your career or finances, this card could indicate a loss of income, unexpected expenses, or career setbacks, financial difficulties. Maybe you feel like you're being overlooked or excluded at work, feeling undervalued. The advice from Spirit is to seek guidance, reassess your resources, and ask for help if needed. Spiritually or personally, you may have feelings of inadequacy, rejection, or despair. You're learning resilience. You're learning that hardship teaches endurance, humility, and appreciation for support. This card is letting you know that support is near. This card often reminds you that help, mentors, friends, or spiritual guidance is available if you reach out. Okay? So this card symbolizes hardship, isolation, and challenge, but also the potential for recovery and support. It's urging you to seek help, to stay resilient, and remember that difficult times are not permanent. And then the Magician reversed can point to a misuse of power, a lack of focus, or untapped potential. When it comes out upright, it's about skill, initiative, and manifesting desires. But reversed, it shows that energy may be blocked, misdirected, or used in ways that are not constructive. So Spirit is saying you have the tools or skills to succeed, but you aren't applying them effectively, okay? There's blocked potential here. This card also indicates manipulation or deceit, either self-deception, or you might either self-deception or being manipulated by others. There's scattered energy, a lack of focus, poor planning, or overthinking. There's missed opportunities. You're not acting when you should, or you're misusing your abilities. Ask your angels and guides to help you with that, if that resonates. In love, there may be a lack of clarity or honesty. There may be miscommunication, deceit, or manipulation in a relationship. There may be missed connections. Potential relationships may not manifest due to inaction or hesitation. The advice from Spirit is to be clear, be authentic, be intentional in your interactions. And then with regards to your career or finances, you may have skills, but you're struggling to put them into productive action. This card can indicate ineffective effort. There may be manipulative environments in your situation. Beware of colleagues or situations that are dishonest or controlling. The advice from Spirit is to reassess your methods, focus your energy, and act with integrity. Spiritually or personally, you're feeling unsure how to channel your talents or to manifest your goals. You're disconnected from your purpose. Doubt or fear may be stopping you from taking action. It can be a card of self-sabotage. But Spirit is saying, Scorpio, you have the tools. You have the tools. Align your mind, heart, and will to use them wisely. Okay? The Magician reversed signals misdirected power, a lack of focus, or untapped potential. It's a warning to check how you're using your skills, energy, and influence. It's a reminder to realign with clarity, honesty, and intention. Okay? So the Five of Wands reverse suggests conflict is settling or being avoided. You may be stepping away from external drama or resolving small disagreements. But it could also indicate avoiding necessary confrontation, which can allow unresolved tensions to linger. You're shifting energy from chaos toward either peace or avoidance. The Ten of Pentacles signals instability in long-term foundations, whether it's finances, family, legacy, or career security. There may be tension within family or workplace structures, financial uncertainty, or a sense of not belonging to a system you once trusted. There are cracks in stability. You're reassessing what security truly means to you. The Knight of Swords, reversed. Here we see impulsive or scattered energy, perhaps frustration or impatience. You might feel driven but unclear on direction, leading to rash decisions or conflict in communication. There's energy without focus. Spirit is cautioning you against hasty action. The Five of Pentacles highlights hardship, exclusion, or loss. Again, it could be financial struggles, emotional loneliness, or feeling unsupported. It's a reminder that help exists, even if it isn't immediately visible. There's challenge and struggle, but the potential for assistance or recovery if you seek it. And then the Magician reversed points to untapped potential, misused skills, or lack of clarity. There's energy available to manifest change, but it may be scattered, misapplied, or blocked by fear, indecision, or external distractions. This card is saying that power is present, but misaligned. Focus and intentionality are needed. Scorpio, you may be experiencing conflict that is dissipating or being avoided, yet foundational instability in finances, family, or career is challenging your sense of security. Impulsiveness or scattered energy might be tempting you to act too quickly or without planning, which could worsen the situation. At the heart of this reading, you have the tools and potential to navigate this period, but it requires clarity, focus, and honest self-assessment. You're in a period of uncertainty and challenge where old systems or security may feel unstable and energy may be scattered. So these cards advise you to slow down, assess your resources, and realign your actions with intention. Avoid hasty decisions and seek support where possible. Your potential to overcome these difficulties is present, but it requires conscious effort and focus by you. And then your animal spirit card is the shark. Shark energy is represented by directness, exposure, and revealing true nature and desire. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. So this card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. When you are imbalanced, Scorpio, you are intriguing, you are captivating, and you are mysterious. When you are out of balance, you can become sneaky and destructive. So if you feel your energy is out of balance, Spirit is saying to bring yourself back into balance. It's honesty. You need to be honest with yourself and honest with others. So that is your reading, Scorpio. I hope you received some insider guidance from these messages today. Thank you for letting me channel them. I'm very grateful, super grateful. I hope you have an awesome birthday, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.